As conclusions, to put everybody together and just essentialize, so you have in 3 minutes all these 8 sources. There is a continuity of life after death. What continues are past tendencies and attitudes. This shape, sometimes yes, sometimes not, but the attitude, our heart, our tendencies, grumpy in this life, grumpy there, generous here, generous there, that continues. Possessions and status mean nothing. Don't worry, be happy, it doesn't matter what you have anyway. Like Alexander the Great, we leave everyone here empty-handed. Yeah? When his coffin was taken, he says, please, leave the hands outside so people will know that the King of the world comes out empty-handed. For our deeds will be balanced in the afterlife and in rebirth. No matter who you speak with, when they see the afterlife, that's it. You pay your debts. It's not. If you think the banks are serious about your debts, the universe is much more serious and much more patient than the banks. Very important, the last thought that you have at the moment of death. Ramakrishna explains. They ask him, but what? You lived a bad life and then the last thought you had good, and then what? Is this so good? He says it's like this. You have an elephant. You wash the elephant, after 2 minutes the elephant is dirty, because the elephants, they roll in the earth and they get dirty. But if you wash the elephant and then put him in the elephant house, probably has a name that I'm not aware of, but you wash the elephant, put him immediately in the elephant house, the elephant will stay clean. If your last thought was clean, you don't get dirty again by this world, and you have a very good chance. Yeah? There's a story about an Indian merchant who was very materialistic, but he still wanted to have a good afterlife. So he says, okay, I'll call my kids Brahma, Vishnu and Shiva, and then when I die, I'll repeat their names, because I'll think about them when I die. I know, I'm materialistic. So I'll say their names and then I can go to Vishnu, to Brahma or to Shiva, all good options. So he's dying there, taking his last breath, and then he says, Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva, take care of the store and of the gold. And he dies with his last thought, very materialistic, probably incarnates as a goat. So, spiritual practice and good deeds have a great effect and results in the afterlife. What you've done good here, even if nobody saw it, nobody said thank you, nobody is counted, don't worry. And any spiritual, oh, my practice is not working, my meditation is working, don't worry. It's working for many lives. Another thing that repeats is that we become transparent in the afterlife. And the evil ones, they try to hide in caves, they try to hide. And the good ones, they allow themselves to be seen. Also with the defects, and then they ask to be forgiven. This is from the Egyptian Book of the Dead to Sundar Singh to the Tibetan Book of the Dead. Everywhere. Swedenborg. You become visible. Here we can hide our thought, but there is the world of thought. You can't hide your thought. It's made of thought, the whole world. Forget about hiding your thought. It's impossible. Our real attitudes will determine to what plane we will go to. You can't fake it. What you really are, you will go into an extended you. If it's hard for you to be alone because you can't take your own company, you will have to take your own company. There will be a whole world of beings like you. On this earth, there is a mixture, good and bad. Over there, it's very well sorted. Socks for socks, underwear for underwear, shirts for shirts. Here is mixed. Everybody is put in their category there. So think, and if it's hard for you to be alone, work on your aloneness so that you are harmonious alone. Not if I don't have anyone to shout at, I suffer. Well, you'll have a lot of people there shouting at you back. So it's good to clear those tendencies here. You see, over there in the astral world, it just perpetuates. It's like you throw a stone into space and there's no resistance. It will just go. Why is the Earth spinning around the sun? Do you know? Why is all the planets spinning? If the sun is gravity, is so much mass, and it's attracting the Earth, why doesn't the Earth just fall on it, yeah? when the apple fell on Newton's head, it didn't fall, this never happened. But when the apple fell, in the analogy, in the story, on Newton's head, he didn't like, okay, the apple fell, there's gravity. He says, the apple falls, why doesn't the moon fall? Because the moon gravitates around the earth. Why? Why does the moon not fall on the earth? Why does the earth not fall on the sun? Because somebody threw the earth somewhere, billions of years ago. And because it's in space, it's still running. Yeah, is this whatever, whether the Big Bang or was it another explosion, this rock of the earth was sent somewhere. Like an explosion, or not like, an explosion pushes the earth one way, and then the gravity of the sun pushes it the other way. And the balance of these two forces is the orbit. The astral world is like that. You send an intention there and it just doesn't stop. Yeah, some of you have done Kaya Kalpa, you sit in the dark, if you have a bad thought, it just doesn't stop. There's nothing to stop it, it's just a big or small dark space. It's like that there. So all the negative tendencies, very important to clear them here. What everybody says is that we go through different unstable periods. There's a selection that comes after death, all sorts of things, and we get tested, evaluated, all sorts of bardos, and then in between we go up to a purgatory, back to the earth, up to a heaven, review the life, and it goes on like this. And after a time where we are kind of tested or digested by the universe, we digest and make our choices, then we enter a stable astral plane. Yeah, so the plane that fits our tendencies, there we stay. That's the 10th point. And after longer periods, the souls either stay in that plane or reincarnate to the earth. Yeah. So here we see a tunnel with a light when we die, and there they see a kind of vortex going down in darkness. Yeah, and eventually the womb, and then the vagina opening, and then the earth. That's what they see as they spiral down into the earth. When people do prayers and spiritual work for somebody who passed away, it's very important and very helpful. Light candles, prayer, blessings, meditations, read the Tibetan Book of the Dead, read Psalms. Helps a lot. Often it is described that the deceased comes back and stays close to the body and can hear what people say. So it's very important to say the right things and not to pull them back, and to let them go, and to think good thoughts and so forth. So this is from my side. If you like this video and want to learn more about Tantra, about yoga, about psychology, emotional healing, lives of saints and the scriptures,
then hit the bell, like, subscribe, and you'll never miss an upload. Thank you so much.